What's up, everyone? We are back here at Catamount Racing TV, live on YouTube. Back with the Supreme Sim Racing League. Here for week 2 at Volusia with the dirt street stocks. A little late jumping in here. We are here. Practice session getting ready to close up here shortly, and we will get going qualifying. Looks like 16 drivers so far making laps out in the practice session. Should be a good one. I'm not seeing last... Oh, yep, there he is. Carl Kilgore is here. Last week's winner. I believe the top 3 was Swede. I think Carl Kilgore won. Swede Melgard, I believe, finished second. And Timothy Meesamer, which I don't see him in here tonight. I believe he finished third last week. Carl Kilgore looking to add on to his points leading total after week 1 here at Volusia. Live look in here at Cecil Kirkpatrick in that black and pink Star 69 car. So looks like that is going to do it for the practice session. We'll get going with qualifying here, try to jump around to some people. Like Stephen Shaw Jr., first one out on track. We'll jump live to him here in the white and red 96. Supreme Sim Racing car here. Stephen out of Canada. Be coming out of 4 this time by for his first lap here in qualifying. It's gonna be a 19.533 for Stephen Shaw Jr. We'll jump with Gerald Miller here on his, getting ready to go with his first lap. Next we'll jump to Troy Stewart here. He's getting ready to finish his first lap. Stephen Shaw. Oh, Jacob Moore takes over quick time with a 19.512. Troy Stewart going to come in 4th with a 19.749. Harvey Shanks here in that 15X. He's going to jump to the 8th spot with a 19.810. Carl Kilgore, meanwhile, has taken over quick time with a 19.437. Carl Kilgore, quick time so far tonight. 19.437 here, looking to improve on lap 2. He will stay with a 19.437. We'll go live here with Jamie Massey in the blue and white 62. Jamie Massey finishing up his first lap. Good enough for 5th, 19.509 for Jamie Massey here on lap 1. Seth Castles finishing up his first lap. He'll take over 5th with a 19.497. Seth takes 5th away from Jamie Massey. Blake Doyle currently 9th quickest. He's finishing up his qualifying session here. He will stay 9th. Does not improve on lap 2. Chris. Oh. Some guys don't look like it's going to get their qualifying session in. That will move us into heat race number 1. Your starting lineup here for heat race number 1, starting on the pole in that 21, last week's winner, Carl Kilgore. Outside row number 1 is going to be that 18. Shane Yates. Inside row number 2 in the number 7, Seth Castle. Outside row number 2, starting in the 4th position in the number 21 is going to be Jacob Moore. Inside row number 3, in the number 38, Blake Dole. Starting 6th outside row number 3 in the number 32 is Thomas Gom. Inside row number 4 in the star 69 black and pink car, it's Cecil Kirkpatrick. Outside row number 4 in that 15X, it's going to be Harvey Shanks. And riding shotgun here in heat number 1 in the number 5, it's Chris Hill. I believe they'll get the 1 to go this time by. Then we're gonna turn Carl Kilgore and Shane Yates loose here for heat race number 1. Pace truck pulling off. Carl Kilgore's on the throttle. Shane Yates a little loose on the restart there. Carl Kilgore able to jump out to a lead here in turn 1. Seth Castle, he's peeking inside of Shane Yates, trying to take over P2. Blake Dole, Thomas Gom moved up one position each. Blake Dole up to 4th, Thomas up to 5th. Cecil looking to the inside of Thomas Gom now. Seth Castle battling Shane Yates for P2. They make a little contact down the front straightaway, and Seth Castle shuffles back into 3rd. Blake Dole trying to run him down. Thomas Gom peeking inside Blake Dole. Shane Yates battling Carl Kilgore. Carl keeping it nice and smooth in the middle of that track. Shane right on his bumper. Now Seth Castle goes way down to the bottom trying to take over 2nd. Blake Dole gonna follow right behind. Shane Yates following in behind Carl Kilgore. He'll take back over 2nd. Two to go for Carl Kilgore. White flag that time by for Kilgore. As now Shane Yates trying to go to the inside of Kilgore, but he can't make the pass. Now Blake Dole trying to take over 3rd. Make it second. He's looking to the inside of Shane Yates. Checkered flag out for Carl Kilgore. Shane Yates going to finish second. Blake Doyle with the last lap pass for third. Seth Castle going to finish fourth. Thomas Gom fifth. And Cecil Kirkpatrick sixth. I do believe, let me mess up your screen here real quick. Top four to the feature, so cut off at. Cut off at Seth Castle. There. In heat race number one. Seth Castle last transfer spot there for heat race number one. Starting lineup for heat number two. Starting on the pole in the number 12. It's going to be Gerald Miller. Outside row number 1 in the 13 is Charles Barnes. Inside row number 2 in the 6-2 car, Jamie Massey. Starting fourth outside row number 2 is the 96 Stephen Shaw Jr. Inside row number 3, starting fifth in the number 15 car, Swede Melgard. Outside row number 3, starting sixth in the 88 is William Watson. Inside row number 4 in the 117 is Troy Stewart. Starting eighth outside row number 4 in the 101, Davin Cardwell. And riding shotgun here for heat race number 2 is going to be the 18 of Ian Good. Excuse me, the 018. And that Bloomquist themed street stock car. So get the one to go and line them up 2 by 2. Turn them loose next time by. Here for heat race number 2. Gerald Miller on the throttle. We're green flag racing once again. Looked like Jamie Massey was a little anxious to get that race going as he was bump drafted. Gerald Miller trying to get him going on the start. Swede Melgard moved up one position so far into fourth. Swede taking over fourth from Stephen Shaw Jr. So he's going to try to reel in Jamie Massey now. Ian Good peeking inside of Troy Stewart. Now Massey's gone, moved into second. Charles Barnes gets shuffled back to third, and Swede Melgard's putting the pressure on him. Gerald Miller, your leader after 3. Good battle up front here between these 4. Two to go for Gerald Miller. Can anybody make a move? Jamie Massey all over him, but not enough momentum to try to make the pass. White flag this time by, coming out of 4 for Gerald Miller and Jamie Massey. Massey now trying to look to the inside of him. Last time through 3 and 4. Doesn't look like Massey's got a run. Gerald Miller gonna win heat race number 2. Jamie Massey second, Charles Barnes third, and last transfer spot, Swede Milgard finishing in 4th. Believe that is going to throw us into the warm-up session, so I'm going to throw on some music and shut my mouth and let you listen to these boys scream around Volusia. Checkered flag waving on the warm-up as we're gonna get ready to go with the feature. I'll mess your screen up one more time. 50 lap feature. So we got 50 laps here at Volusia in the dirt street stocks. Laps here tonight. And that sound means it's time for your starting lineup here at Volusia for the feature. 50 laps, your front row in the 021 starting on the pole. Carl Kilgore. Outside row number 1 in the number 12 is going to be Gerald Miller. Inside row number 2 in the 18 is Shane Yates. Starting 4th outside row number 2 is the 62, Jamie Massey. Inside row number 3 starting 5th in the 38 car is Blake Dull. Outside row number 3 in the 13 is Charles Barnes. Inside row number 4 in the number 7 car, Seth Castile. Starting 8th outside row number 4 in the 15, Swede Melgard. Inside row number 5 in the 32 is Thomas Gom. Outside row number 5 starting 10th in the 96, Stephen Shaw Jr. Inside row number 6 in the 69 starting 11th, Cecil Kirkpatrick. Outside row number 6 in the 88 starting 12th is William Watson. Inside row number 7 in the number 21 is Jacob Moore. Outside row number 7 in the 117 is going to be Troy Stewart. Inside row number 8 in the number 5 is Chris Hill. Outside row number 8 in the 18 going to be Ian Good. And your final row, the 9th row here in the feature, starting inside in the 17th position in the 15 is going to be Harvey Shanks. And outside row number 9 in the 101 is going to be Davin Cardwell. Pace truck getting ready to pull off, and we're going to turn Gerald Miller and Carl Kilgore loose. Here they go, green flag is out. Carl Kilgore trying to slide up in front of Gerald Miller on the start. Track's gonna slick up and we're gonna start seeing some racing. Makes it hard to pass when the track's real tacky. Swede Melgard getting tight, almost up into the wall. There's gonna be several cars take advantage of that. Shane Yates trying to get around Gerald Miller for P2. Digging down at the bottom. I believe he's got him. Nope. Gerald Miller with a big run out of 2 on the high side. Shane looking good down on the bottom. He slides it up in front of Gerald to take over 2nd. Charles Barnes, meanwhile, has moved up 2 spots into 4th. Stephen Shaw Jr. and Cecil Kirkpatrick both up 3 spots. They're running 7th and 8th. Cecil trying to get around Thomas Gom for 8th. Looks like Troy Stewart. Troy Stewart, Ian Good, and Harvey Shanks all make little contact. They get them back straight. No caution flag out right now. Blake Dull, Seth Castile battling for 5th. Cecil Kirkpatrick, meanwhile, moved up to 7th. Oh, taking that spot away from Stephen Shaw Jr. 5 laps completed. Carl Kilgore's led all 5. Seth Castile now way down on the bottom trying to take over 5th. Battle here for 7th. Now looks like Jacob Moore gets shuffled back a little bit. But Cecil Kirkpatrick and Stephen Shaw Jr. still battling it out for 7th. Swede Melgard back there trying to drive his way back up after that little incident he had of his car getting tightened in the turn. Stephen Shaw Jr. meanwhile has moved up to 7th, taking that away from Cecil Kirkpatrick, and now Jacob Moore trying to do the same thing. Gerald Miller still running back in 3rd. Carl Kilgore off to a half-second lead over Shane Yates here. 9 laps in the books. These 4 guys all battling it out here for this 7th position. Jacob Moore trying to dig down there in the bottom to get around Swede Melgard. Laps down, Carl Kilgore still your leader. They're all digging behind him, trying to make up that half-second gap. Shane Yates is cutting into it a little bit at a time. Meanwhile, Blake Doyle, Seth Castle look like they're making up a little ground, trying to catch up to this first 4 pack. Running in the 5th and 6th spot. Look like they're making up a little bit of ground. Stephen Shaw Jr. still holding on to that 7th position. Cecil's 8th. Swede Melgard still battling him. Gerald Miller has taken back over P2. Charles Barnes up to 3rd. Shane Yates been shuffled back to 4th. After running 2nd for so long. Carl Kilgore remains your leader. 20 laps, green flag in the books. Caution free so far. Caution flag, first caution of the night. Caution flag out at lap 23. I jinxed us. From now on, I need to know to keep my mouth shut. Looks like Chris Hill got involved. Maybe just gets a little loose, and then Thomas Gom maybe gives him a little love tap and sends him on around. And that will bring out the caution. So as they get lined back up here in order, we will get ready to drop the green flag once again. Pace truck pulling up and pulling off. Carl Kilgore's on the throttle. We're back to green flag racing. Charles Barnes, he gets a pretty good restart. He's looking to the inside of Gerald Miller for P2. Digging right around the edge of that wall on the bottom side. Shane Yates almost gets a little loose with Seth Castle. Seth into the wall a little bit. Swede Melgard makes a little contact with him. He's trying to get off of him. Unfortunate there for Swede. Excuse me. Looks like he was fixing to move his way up, maybe close to the top 6 there. Blake Doyle, meanwhile, running 5th. Stephen Shaw Jr. up to 6th. Jacob Moore moved up 6 positions so far into 7th. Shane Yates back up to 3rd. Good. Running 10th. He's also up 6 positions. That Swede looks like he gets around Seth Castle. He'll take over that 8th position, and Ian Good follows right behind him. He'll take over 9th. Make it 7 now for Ian Good. Meanwhile, Shane Yates battling Gerald Miller for 2nd. Gerald Miller with a big run out of 4. Off that high side, can he take over the lead from Carl Kilgore? Not enough run there out of 2. Charles Barnes, he makes it 3 wide with Shane Yates and Gerald Miller coming out of 4. Charles Barnes going to have 2nd at the line. What a move there for Charles Barnes. Now Blake Doyle trying to take over 4th from Shane Yates. Racing all different kinds of lines all over the track. Blake Doyle trying to take 3rd now. Strong run for Doyle here in the feature. Gerald Miller looks like he may be your new leader. He is as of the moment. Carl Kilgore stuck down on that bottom. Looks like the highest. Now Blake Dull, 3 wide. Blake Dull's your new leader on lap 36. What a move from Blake Dull. But now Gerald Miller crosses him over down the back straightaway. And Charles Barnes gets turned around. Carl gonna straighten him up. Unfortunate there for Carl Kilgore and Charles Barnes. Blake Dull makes it 3 wide again. He's trying to take back over the lead. This has got exciting quick. Now Shane Yates back trying to take the lead. Blake Dull, your leader here on lap 39. And now Gerald Miller turns Blake Dull around. Oh no. Caution flag out. Gerald Miller and Blake Dull make contact. Blake gets sent into the wall. What a race. Jacob Moore up to 3rd. He's moved up 10 spots here in this feature. A bunch of guys on the move. Ian Good up 9 spots. Ian Good running back in that 8th position. Looks like Carl Kilgore may have survived a little accident he got in with Charles Barnes, as he's still running 4th, I believe. Swede Melgard up into the top 5. Gerald Miller, I think, choosing that outside line. Here we go. We're green flag racing. Not sure that's going to be a good restart or not. It looked like they're bunched up big time in turns 1 and 2. This could get bad. 4 and 5 wide, it looks like. Stephen Shaw Jr. gets turned around. There's cars flipping in the back. Swede Melgard, Cecil Kirkpatrick. Looks like just a few of the cars involved. Chris Hill. Harvey Shanks, I believe, in that 15X. Looks like William Watson as well. Troy Stewart. Yellow flag out once again. We had 20 laps at green flag racing. 21 or 2 maybe, actually, before the first caution got brought out. Get them lined back up here. Probably get the 1 to go maybe this time by. Looks like they're not lined up just exactly right. we go. Now they're getting lined up 2 by 2. I guess Shane Yates was actually your leader on that last restart, choosing the inside line, maybe. I believe Shane is the leader, so he gets choice. Jacob Moore up to second, up 11 spots. Can he hold on to it here on this restart? Pace truck getting ready to pull off. Shane Yates on the throttle. We're back to racing. Carl Kilgore putting the pressure on Jacob Moore. Shane Yates gonna be your leader after that restart. 3 laps to go. Carl Kilgore, Jacob Moore rounding out the top 3. But Gerald Miller trying to make it 3 wide for second. Chris Hill loose again into Stephen Shaw Jr. Swede Melgard battling 3 wide down the front straightaway. White flag out for Shane Yates. Carl Kilgore led a lot of this lap. Can he really win here on the last? Coming out of 4, it's going to be Shane Yates, your winner. Carl Kilgore second, and Jacob Moore up 10 spots in the feature to third. Gerald Miller finishing 4th, Swede Melgard 5th, Charles Barnes 6th, Seth Castile 7th, Stephen Shaw Jr. 8th, Thomas Gaum 9th, and Chris Hill finishing 10th. They'll get lined up here in the front straightaway for pictures. Your podium finishers. Shane Yates, Carl Kilgore, and Jacob Moore. And we are going to try and get a word with them. Hopefully this all works well. We will try to get a word with Jacob Moore first. Jacob, do I got you?
Yes, sir, you do.
Man, that was a heck of a run by you. I'm sure you would like to try to get that win there, but that was an awesome run, up 10 spots in the feature to third. It seemed like about 25 laps in, the race it started getting racy, and it seemed like you could run just about anywhere on the track. And a lot of passing started happening. How did it feel out there?
It was definitely slick. It got a little hairy in some spots. It got a little tight. But other than that, I just kind of held my line, kept clean, and made my way to the front.
Well, man, congratulations. This is your first podium, I believe. Yep, first podium on the season for the street stock. So, sure, we're going to see you up here a lot more. It's a good run. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir.
Now we will try to get a word with Carl Kilgore. Carl, can you hear me?
I got you.
Well, another podium in week 2 for you. You won last week, and you led a lot. It seemed like a lot of misfortune that was happening to people out there, but it was a heck of a battle there. About 25 laps in, things started getting crazy.
Oh, yeah. We hadn't set up for it to get that slick. Go ahead and call out my mistake right there. We didn't think it was gonna get that black, so we set up for a little bit heavier, and we just bit the bullet about halfway through the race when it started blowing off.
Well, that was a heck of a run by you, and congratulations on another podium. I'm sure we're going to be talking to you once again here shortly.
That's always the plan.
Thank you, sir. Now we will talk with your winner, Shane Yates. Shane, can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, it wasn't easy. There was a lot of battling going on. I've told the other two guys, it seemed like about 25 laps in, the track got slick and things started happening then, and it got wild. What was it like with you out there?
Yeah, it was just us Team Nolo guys battling hard for position. You know, I knew they was going to be faster than me at the beginning. I had to set up more for when it got real slick, so I knew they were going to be faster than me. So I just waited my time, let somebody, you know, if somebody messes up, it gives me the chance to get up there. You know, that's about what happened.
Right. It seemed like there was a lot of fast guys, and a couple guys seemed like that was running up there in the front got caught up in some accidents, but you were able to miss those and stay running up front and there at the end to take the win. Congratulations, man, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
And that is going to do it for tonight in the Dirt Street Stocks. What an awesome race. Hate to see a couple of guys that was up there battling for the win there at the end get caught up in accidents, but that's part of racing. Happens every week. You got to be one of those guys that avoids them. Stays up front. Shane Yates, perfect example of that. Avoids the big accidents. Stays running up front all race long, and there he was at the end to take the win. So that is going to do it for the Dirt Street Stocks here week 2 at Volusia. Tomorrow night will be late models here at Volusia week 2. Not sure how many lap the feature is. Maybe 50 as well. But we will be back live here on YouTube tomorrow night for the Supreme Sim Racing League. Late models at, I believe it's super late models. Yeah, super late models at Volusia. Like always, Supreme Sim Racing League is brought to you by Catamount Racing TV, Rampton Designs, Lone Star Racing, 9.6 Race Cars, and AC Customs Racing Graphics. I thank all those sponsors. Be sure and be back with us tomorrow night. Catamount Racing TV will also be broadcasting the Rolling Thunder Gaming League. Not sure exactly where they're at tomorrow night. I don't have the schedule right here in front of me. I need to get all those printed out so I'll know. But we will be back live tomorrow night. I believe 7 p.m. Central Time. I'll try to make a post or something and get it out tomorrow. Can't remember what time we start. There's so many broadcasts I do. But anyways, we will be back live tomorrow night. So if you're on the YouTube page, and be sure and turn on notifications. That way you'll just get notified when we go live. We'll be back live tomorrow night with the Rolling Thunder Gaming League and the Supreme Sim Racing League. So a big night of action tomorrow night. Be sure and be there for that if you can. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful night.